our shortlist produced David Story's brilliant memoir, A Stinging Delight, published by Faber, along with the equally brilliant story of the creation of Sheffield Crucible Theatre by Colin George and Ted George from new imprint Wordville. David Story's memoir is an acute, agonizing, and blunt insight into the life of one of the major writers of the last century. His recollections of rehearsals with John Gielgud and Ralph Richardson for Home leap off the page as if they were happening before your very eyes, while memories of his time as a teacher in late 1950s London are the stuff of plays yet to be written. Underlying these elegant and very funny accounts is an unremitting observation of his lifelong melancholia and despair, haunted by the death of his 6-year-old brother. Unquestionably, this is one of the books of the year. Colin and Ted George recall the remarkable adventure that became the creation of the revolutionary new Sheffield Crucible Theatre. Their story is replete with the bureaucratic and artistic opposition aroused by the radical design Colin George proposed for the theatre, while reveling in the excitement of giving a new shape to the physical relationship between audiences and artists. As he says in his prologue, the book is a biography of the Sheffield Playhouse and of the extraordinary efforts by the people who worked there to create a new theatre. Not least of the extraordinary people is Colin George himself. What shines through the pages is the determination of a seemingly unassuming director of a regional theatre to lead on creating the visionary stage that is the Sheffield Crucible, leaving an iconic legacy in his wake. The book is a stirring story of reinvention for our times, and Ted George, in promising his father to complete his manuscript and get it published, has ensured the legacy gains another life in printed form.
Congratulations to all of the authors and publishers of the 6 shortlisted books, but there can be only one winner, and it's my honour to announce the recipient of the 2022 Society for Theatre Research Theatre Book Prize. The winner is Stirring Up Sheffield by Colin George and Ted George, published by Wordville. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Ted George, and it's great to celebrate your father's achievement too. Now, I believe you are there. Would you like to join us?
Hi, wow, thank you very much. This is a wonderful moment, not just for my late father, Colin George, but for the whole George family. First off, I'd like to offer congratulations to the other 5 books on the shortlist. It's a real achievement to get shortlisted for the STR Theatre Book Prize, and I hope this gives these books the attention they deserve. I come from a theatre family, and Stirring Up Sheffield has very much been a George family production. My dad wrote the first manuscript, assisted by my stepmom, Sue, and a grant from the STR. I turned the manuscript into a book, incorporating material from my dad's huge archive and from interviews I made with the surviving protagonists from the era. And my sister, Lucy, set up an imprint at Wordville to publish the book. To see Stirring Up Sheffield in print in time for the 50th anniversary of the Crucible last November and to launch it on the Crucible's thrust stage was the fulfillment of a dream. But to win this award today is beyond anything that we expected. Stirring Up Sheffield has been transformative for all of us involved in the book. I think my father struggled for nearly 40 years to write about his experience as the figurehead of this enterprise to build a radical thrust stage in Sheffield. Through writing the first manuscript, I think he was able to come to terms with his creation and to once again feel gratitude for the opportunity Sheffield had given him. And for my sister and I, Stirring Up Sheffield has opened up a whole world of creative possibilities. Both of us are published authors, but like most authors, we have been frustrated with our experience with publishers. Stirring Up Sheffield was the perfect opportunity and challenge to create our own imprint and to tell stories that explore the performer audience experience and the creative process. This book, if you like, has helped set our focus, performing arts in print. And we've been busy since the imprint's creation in early 2021 and are about to publish our 6th book. So for a brand new imprint to win an award of this caliber is very meaningful to us, and we are hugely grateful for the recognition, which will spur us on in our endeavors. I owe huge thanks to many people who were involved in enriching and perfecting Stirring Up Sheffield. First and foremost, thanks to my sister Lucy, who set up the Wordville imprint and who has been the perfect collaborator on a book which is uniquely personal for us both. I'd like to thank Ian McKellen, who was the first professional actor to grace the Crucible stage, who wrote a beautiful foreword to the book, and Ian McIntosh and Anne Miners for their contributions on the thrust stage design. Thanks also to many people I interviewed for the book, especially the Crucible's architect, Nick Thompson, who shared so many insights into the design process. And thanks also to Paul Medcalf for doing a beautiful job laying out the book and making the words and images work so effortlessly together. Finally, I'd like to offer special thanks to the Crucible Theatre, especially to the artistic director, Rob Hasty, and his assistant, Jackie Pass. The Crucible has welcomed the George family with open arms and has been hugely supportive of this book. And I'm delighted that the Crucible's foundation myth has received the recognition it deserves. So I'll just finish by saying thank you again to STR for recognizing one of the great theatre stories that was in danger of being lost. Today, few people know that the Crucible's thrust stage design aroused fear, confusion, even anger, all that the theatre was built against huge opposition. But today, it's grown into the UK's largest theatre complex outside London, Sheffield Theatres, which comprises the Crucible Auditorium, the Studio Theatre, and the Lyceum Theatre. This is a testament to the people of Sheffield, who took the bold decision to build a modern, radical theatre in the heart of their city, and then who embraced the Crucible and made it their own. So, huge thanks to STR for this award. Lucy and I are thrilled at what this means for Wordville, and I know that Dad, wherever he may be, is dancing a jig.
Well, congratulations, Ted. It's a particular pleasure to present this prize to a book towards which the Society itself gave your father some small support. I'd like to remind writers and would-be writers among you of the awards of the Society for Theatre Research makes every year toward research and creation. You'll find details of these on our website, plus our program of talks and other activities. So once again, congratulations. And also the Society's thanks to the judges, and in particular, the Chair, Howard Loxton, for all the thought and work they have put into the award. And looking forward to next year, publishers with books to enter should contact us for entry details. And this time next year, we hope that we will be celebrating not online, but live together as part of the Society's 75th anniversary celebrations. So do join us then.